In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a public-facing AI tool with user-specific memory system so that it can dynamically capture user information as well as retrieve information about existing users to personalize its responses. As of now, you can already inject custom context about a specific user into your AI chatbot or AI workflow on MindPal. By passing this data from your current website or system into the MindPal embeds. However, this data right now is limited to what's available immediately on the platform or the website you are using. And some platforms like Circle or Kajabi only exposes a subset of user fields that you can use. Not only that, custom session contexts only support short values. So that means you won't be able to pass richer data, say a whole document about your user. There is also no straightforward way for the chatbot to update this data on the fly if it detects new information. So let's tackle that in this video. Let's try building an AI chatbot that can dynamically fetch more data from a user in your system, so it can treat that as extra context and performs its task more effectively. Let's say I'm having this simple CRM for my audience with key information like their company, their industry, target audience, tone of voice, and so on. And I want to build a LinkedIn thought leadership post generator for my audience. I would want this AI chatbot to be able to reference this data during its execution, so it won't have to ask the user over and over again. What I can do is that I can open my MindPal workspace, and first let's create a new agent. Let's choose Chat with AI to build agent and specify what I want here. In this case, what I want is build an AI agent for generating LinkedIn thought leadership posts. It will have a spreadsheet that contains key information for my users based on the user ID. Then if you detect that there is data for certain user, you should retrieve and reference that data when writing this post. If none is detected, you should ask the user for information and save it to the spreadsheet for next time. Attached is the spreadsheet structure. I will also screenshot this spreadsheet structure. So my AI agent would know what to expect, as well as provide the spreadsheet ID. So the chatbot would know which spreadsheet to look at. Let's go. Now, MindPal will help me construct the AI agent that I need. Okay, so this is the AI agent that MindPal has built for me. Let's take a closer look into the system prompt to make sure it's working the way I want. The agent background looks pretty good, and this is the instructions. Given the user ID, retrieve the data if available. If not, then ask them to provide the following details and update the spreadsheet so it can retrieve next time. So far, so good. So let me save the agent. Okay, the agent is now saved successfully. Now I can go to my agents tab, and here it is, Thought Leadership Content Architect. This is the latest agent that I have created with MindPal. So I want this agent to be client-facing, meaning I want the ability to embed this AI agent on my website so my users can use them. So let's publish this as a chatbot. An important setting that you must remember is to enable custom session context for this specific chatbot. So recall that this chatbot can only work if it knows the user ID of each user interacting with your chatbot, right? So we must pass that user ID as part of the custom session context. So this context would be injected to the chatbot during execution. So I'm gonna specify user ID as a value that I'm gonna give to this agent here, and let's publish this chatbot. Now the chatbot is ready. You can now follow the instructions on MindPal to embed the chatbot anywhere that you want. For this video, I'm gonna use the direct link sharing approach for simplicity. Let's try providing value to our user ID placeholder here and see if this chatbot can automatically fetch the data and personalize its responses accordingly. I'm gonna click customize to use static values and enter the user ID. Let's say U101, which is the first user in the spreadsheet. And I'm gonna open this link and chat with it. Now U101, okay? So let's try asking it to, let's say, create a post on common mistakes of using AI for B2B marketing. Now, as you can see, the chatbot saying it's doing some system operations. And here you go. The chatbot say, I see you're looking for a post, Sarah, as the founder of Leadscale, your expertise in revenue-driven content strategy, etc., which is correct. This is the correct information about Sarah, the user with ID U101 in my CRM, as you can see here. And with this extra context, the chatbot can now create a post that is truly relevant and meaningful for Sarah. Let's try again with user U102 and see if this chatbot can still perform this job. I want to change the user ID to this and open another chat. So now let's try asking it to suggest some post topics. Now, the chatbot again is doing system operations, and this is the step where the chatbot retrieving information from our CRM, and it's correctly identified that I'm Mark Thompson, as you can see, and these are the post topics that I can consider for my specific case. Sounds great. But what if I am a user that doesn't have a record inside this CRM just yet? Well, let's try and see how it goes. I'm gonna change my user ID to U103 and let's see. Okay, let's ask him the same question as before. Suggest some post topics. Again, the AI chatbot first checked the system for any information about me, and let's see that it currently doesn't have any information about this specific user just yet. That's why it's asking me for extra information, as you can see here. So let me provide this information. Now the chatbot is doing something, as you can see here. Proceed with doing its job based on the data it has just collected. And if you take a closer look at the CRM, again, you will see that the information about the U103 user has been registered in my CRM. That way, next time as I interact with the chatbot will not ask about these data points again. In this video, I'm using Google Sheets as an example, but you can follow a similar approach for any business tool that you are using for storing this user data, be it HubSpot or Airtable or literally anything. The key is to provide the chatbot with the tools to check this information as well as update the information when necessary and provide a clear playbook so the chatbot can follow when it's interacting with your users. So what kind of AI chatbots or workflows are you going to upgrade with this new memory system? Let us know in the comment section.